Welcome everyone to HueFin, also known as HueFin News. Today is April the 2nd, 2021. Real quick, if you all appreciate our content and if this is your first time viewing our content, you appreciate, hit the like button, share, subscribe, tap that bell notification so you become notified of whenever we upload our stock price predictions within the stock market. I'm going to show you all our option plays on our Thinkorswim platform and then show you our stocks within our portfolio, and then I'm going to break down our NIO price prediction as to where we're expecting price to go. So let's go into that real quick. These are our three options right now on play within Thinkorswim. Jinko Solar Holdings, which has about 14 days left. Rite Aid, which has about 28 days left before expiration, and Sealed Air Corp has 49 days. We don't keep these options on until expiration. We try to close out these positions right before then to minimize the risk of getting assigned, especially for the call options or the put options that we sell, right? So right now, let's go ahead and you all can see, I want to show you all the price chart for these three stocks real quick. The first one is JKS. Generally, we are seeing some strength here into the market. We got 14 days left on that option. This is probably one of the most ones that I'm really focusing on to make sure that the price breaks down or it breaks higher. We will get out that option because that's probably the one that is going against us the most out of these three options so far. But as of this moment, when I look at this on a weekly 3 weeks time frame, the weakness is still here too. So we really need to be a little bit more vigilant into the market for Jinko Solar Holdings in this upcoming trading week, because if we continue to see that weakness, we'll win and we'll exit out the position on Thinkorswim. Now the next one that we're going to talk about is Rite Aid. Okay, so here's Rite Aid. We ended the week pretty good. I mean, the strength came into the market in Rite Aid, but when you switch this over to a 3 weeks time frame, the weakness is still present, right? And we have 28 days in order to let this market continue to show us the weakness. So right now, yes, Rite Aid is giving us strength, but we have 28 days left to let the play go on. So as of this moment, we're not going to alter or move our options position just yet. Okay, the only thing that I can see is that this market in Rite Aid continues to trend above this line. Then we'll have to get rid of the option on Thinkorswim. Now, look at this last option real quick, which is Sealed Air. 3 weeks time frame. I'm still seeing strength here into the market. I'm not really too concerned right now that the market's going to drop in price. The only issue is that I'm not extremely bullish, right? You guys can see on my prediction that I'm not really expecting the market to really go too high. So the moment that we see Sealed Air top out around $50, might be a little less than that, right there around $48.85, we will have to come in and take off this option, this May 21st 48 strike call option right there. Get that out the way, because overall you guys can see we're down $166 on those three positions. But like I said, we still got some time left. Let the market continue to work, and we'll come in and evaluate it every so often. If it doesn't look right, we'll go ahead and drop them. All right. Now, real quick, let's look at our portfolio of stocks right now on tip ranks. Out of the 6 stocks, we only got one right now that is giving us some strength, some positive gains, which is Southwestern Energy. This weekend, we'll break these down, add any other particular stocks to this portfolio, and if these need to go, we need to get rid of them, because we need to minimize the losses and keep the gainers in this particular portfolio. So we'll talk about that, break all that down this weekend and see which ones we're going to add to the portfolio there. So now, real quick, we're going to talk about NIO. Okay, last time we did our price prediction into the market in NIO was on March the 19th. You guys can see we played the strength into the market and we didn't really get that out the market. Right, you guys can see that. And it seems to me like the only thing that we got incorrect was how low the market can go. We had it around $38.43, but instead the trap brought the market support back here to where we were in March 8th. That's how low he brought the market. So we should have brought our support area down here around 35. That is where the market support was at. Okay. So yeah, we got that particular part wrong in our prediction for NIO. Now the question is, do you still think we are in a uptrend into the market in NIO? Because generally we are. Now, we are not in a tight ascending range like we were here during this time period, to where the market was holding the line tight. We broke that, right? But you guys can still tell that the trap was still able to bring the price above that line. We are now seeing the market in NIO trade above that line, right? So for the most part, this market in NIO is not extremely weak, okay? It's not that bearish. If anything, we're going to see this market try to flush itself out as to whether or not we're going to really keep this overall long-term trend of higher price, or will we eventually break it? So that literally translates over into us seeing the market in NIO consolidate, right? So we can actually try to expect that in the market in NIO. So let me take this over into the 3-day time frame real quick. See if we can try to find and garner out some support and a restriction into the market in NIO. Okay, so let's do this. Now the question is, do you still think the market in NIO is giving us strength or weakness? Okay, because I would say that the market in NIO is still giving us some strength. I'm not necessarily seeing that much weakness here in the market. So the first thing we're going to do is going to take off our last price prediction into the market. Depending on how you see it, could have went right, could have went wrong. I'm not necessarily sure as to where we said our TP would be at. If we said it's going to be closer to our restriction area, or how high the market will go, you only had literally 1 day to look at that. So I will consider this a trade that ran against us. So if we were to get out today or yesterday into the market, would be down 7.4%. It goes that way. You do lose some of your soldiers in the war. Just need to make sure you try to bring them back and take some of the other enemies' soldiers back with you. So let's take that away. All right. So now what we're going to do, I think we're going to continue to play some of this strength into the market in NIO. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. Real quick look at some 3 months time frame. Okay, so what I'm seeing right here on the hourly time frame is that the market is already hitting restriction around this particular area right there, $42. That's where that market is finding restriction. So initially we will see the market go lower in price, right? So we need to make sure that we hold 38 all the way down to $36 at least in the short term to see this market try to regain some price movement higher. Okay. So let's go ahead and play the strength into the market on this prediction. So like I said, $35 will have to be maintained as support if anything. And we got our restriction around 45. All right. 42.50 is restriction as well, so it wouldn't be bad to come in and try to take some of that profit off around 42.50. But ultimately, we're going to try to hold around 45 in the market for NIO. So all in all, I'm not seeing too much. I'm not seeing too much in the way of, you know, a continuation of movement to the downside or even one of higher price. I still suspect that we're going to continue to see this market bounce in NIO to the upside. All right, it's pretty good to see this too. Just saw that, how that market right here It's holding support just like it did here in November, December. We closed right there on last Friday. Well, Thursday, excuse me, because the market's not open today. So yeah, that's pretty good to see that too. All right, so we're going to play the strength into the market on this prediction in the market in NIO. This is what we're seeing. You might see something totally different, which is fine. But if you do, make sure you just drop us a comment in the comment section and tell us, what do you see? You know, we're open to opinions. We're open to constructive criticism as to seeing something that we may have missed. You know, tell those in our community if you see something totally different. And we'll all make our own rash decision as to where we expect price to be. That's the only advantage we have, is to predicting where price movement is headed. All right, so do that for me. Drop us a comment in the comment section and tell us where you think price is going to go in NIO. Make sure you maintain that price prediction. Make sure you maintain your profitability, and we'll see you all again on the next one.